In the last 6 verses, in verse 20 through 26, we see the shift now. And this is beautiful because here's the thing, friends. In verse 20, John 17:20, you and I are brought into the Bible. I want you to think about it. It's that personal. In John 17:20, you and I, Christian, we're in the Bible. Say, come on. Oh, you watch. Because now Jesus is shifting his prayer from the immediate disciples to those disciples that would represent the fruit of their ministry. As Paul tells Timothy, you are to go and make disciples who make disciples who make disciples, to entrust to those that which you have learned, how you have been changed, that they too will help others, who will help others, and who will help others. In verse 20, we, the modern church, come into the scriptures. See as Jesus prays for you, Christian, for me, for our children that we are rearing in the Lord, praying that he will capture. Here we see the glorifying work of discipleship, and by discipleship I mean the church growing generation after generation after generation. Verse 20, I do not ask on behalf of these alone. Right? So imagine you're in the disciples and you realize he's saying, he's been praying for us, this has been awesome, but now he's saying, not just for us, he's praying for the fruit of our ministry. Jesus is praying that you will be the missionary that the Messiah saved you to be. Listen, I do not ask on behalf of these alone, but for those also who will believe in me through their word or through their ministry. Friends, this is Acts 1:8. You will be my witnesses, locally, regionally, to the ends of the earth. This is the Great Commission. Go and make disciples. Remember, he starts off, he says, listen, all power and authority have been given to me, therefore you go. Right? I've got the power and the authority, you've got the mission, now go. And here he's saying, I'm praying not just for those that are going in the immediate, I'm praying for the fruit of their faith, the disciples that will come from these disciples. I'm praying for those that leave Jerusalem and will go and penetrate Judea and Samaria. And I'm praying for those who will come out of the ministry in Judea and Samaria that will go to Uganda and to the Sudan and to Ethiopia. Jesus is praying through for what has become you and me, the modern Christian community. Note this. These guys aren't polished Pharisees. This is a ragtag group built up primarily of knuckleheads saved by grace. And it's important to understand because as Jesus is praying for the fruit of their ministry, I just ask you, how do you think God has done what he's done throughout humanity and history? It's not been predominantly done by popes or pastors. It's been the people of God, empowered with the power of God, who accept the priorities of God and bring the presence of God out. And then he does what only he can do in and through our people. This is what Jesus is praying.